Take it. Here's my little guy here. Can you say hi to everyone? Hi. So cute. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Edith. I'm so excited to show you all how I make seaweed soup. And I make this soup to increase my breast milk. My kid right now is 10-month-old. Then I also have a 2-year-old, and my milk I've noticed is getting a little low. So I'm creating a batch of seaweed soup so that I can store it in the freezer to help increase my breast milk. These are the ingredients that you will need. You will need chicken broth, and you will need seaweed, and you can use any seaweed of your choice. Here, I like to use this seaweed snack, which I can also eat as a snack, and then I can use it in my soup or any other recipe that I want seaweed in. The first thing that you'll want to do is to soak your seaweed for about 30 minutes so that it gets soft for you to put it in your soup. For you guys that may use seaweed that is not in a snack form, you might want to soak your seaweed for a little longer. You want to make sure you take these out. They're not good to eat. You have all your seaweed in your bowl. Now you want to add in your water. You don't need to measure how much water to add in. You just want to add in as much water that's needed to fully cover and submerge your seaweed so that it can soak. My seaweed has been soaking. Now it's ready for me to chop it up and put it into the stew. The next thing that you'll want to do is to just chop up your seaweed into tiny pieces. So you just grab them. As you can tell, they're really soft right now. And the reason why you want to chop them up so that you can have little bites of seaweed as you eat your soup instead of these huge rectangular shape. I'm gonna chop them up as good as you can. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can possibly even use your hands and just pull them apart because they're really soft right now. Once you chop them up, you want to drain the water that's in here. So I have drained the seaweed and chopped it up into the sizes that I want it to be in. And one reason for draining your seaweed is that because it's a salty meal, you want to drain that excess salt out so when you season your food, you can season it to the taste as you want instead of it being overpowered by the salt of the seaweed. Now I'm going to just add all of my ingredients into the pot and put it on the stove to cook. And I have an extra different ingredients here on the table. So first I will add the seaweed into the pot. And you don't have to add these things, but I prefer them. I've chopped up onions for it. I have habaneros here because I love spicy food. And then I have tomatoes here that I'm just gonna throw in there to boil with it. I don't use water in this dish. In this dish, I use bone broth. And bone broth has all of the great flavors and ingredients in here to help with your postpartum healing, in addition as great nutrition to help increase your breast milk along with the seaweed. So I mentioned that you didn't have to add the onions and additional things into your soup, only if you want to, because if you look at the back of the bone broth, it's made with onions, celery, carrots, all of these great herbs and vegetables. So you don't really need to add that, but I like that because it just takes the soup to a next level. As you can see here is I've added everything in. Now I'm gonna go put it on the stove to boil. Once it starts to boil, you want to lower the stove so that it can simmer for about 20 to 30 minutes. So I've lowered the stove now. You see that the boiling slowed down. You want to season it to the taste that you want. I usually put salt in it. You want to be careful on the amount of salt you put in there because seaweed is naturally salty. I put garlic. This is garlic that I just put in there. And my seaweed it's made with sesame oil already, but I like an extra dose of sesame oil in it. So I'll go ahead and just put a bit of sesame oil in it. And then I'll cover it up and have it simmer for about 20 minutes and then it will be done. What I'll most likely do is mash up the habanero in there to make it more spicy once it cooks a little bit more. Hi guys, so the soup is all done. And this is how I usually eat it, with a side of rice. And sometimes I have salmon, chicken, or whatever else on the side that I prefer. Let me just give you a close-up of how it looks in the dish. I want to say thank you for watching this video. And if you like this content, please go ahead and share and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. And this recipe increases your breast milk within about 2 days of eating this soup. In addition, I usually freeze my leftover because if your milk increases in 2 days, you don't need to continue to eat it so that you don't have a surplus that will give you a clogged duct. So I freeze it, and when I notice that my breast milk is decreasing, I'll take a little bit out and eat it with rice or whatever else that I want to eat on the side. I've even had it with rice noodles, like pasta style. Again, thank you for watching. Check you out in my next video. Bye.